Rabbi Kaplan?
I think if that would have been done, if such preparation would be done, the child wouldn't even say such a thing. Like the child, even if he remembers that he said the same thing last year, he would just feel that it was new. I think he wouldn't even make such a comment because he would. I think, I can't say for sure, but I think that he would just feel the newness in what he said the next year, that he wouldn't make such a comment. And it's, I'll tell you the truth, it's like making a fool out of yourself. A 7-year-old says, last year he said the same story. Last year the 7-year-old was 6 years old. 6 years old, you know what that is? He's still a Tino Katsaris Leimo. So he comes and tells me, last year he said the same story, and he said the same drasha. What kind of thing? You're not ashamed of yourself? So but it wouldn't be like that. You can make it new, just like you could take a challah that was in the freezer a week, and you wrap it up with a silver paper, and you put it on the over the fire with the heat and the plot or whatever, and then when you take it out Friday night, it feels like it's a new challah.
Rabbi Kaplan?
What?
There's a din with Eidim, I believe. If different Eidim come and say the exact same Eidut, it's Vadai, it's Mezuyah.
That's what they say. I heard this b'shem the Gra, that the Gra said on the Mishnah in Sanhedrin. The Mishnah says that they're choker the Eidim. They bring in one Eid, and he tells the story. And then they bring in the other one, and he tells the story. And the Mishnah says, Im nimtzeu divrei mechuvonim. The Mishnah doesn't say Im hoyu divrei mechuvonim. That means they found that their words were the same. That means it comes out from each one's words the same story. Nimtzu, it was found that they were saying the same story. But what would be if it would have been hoyu divrei mechuvonim? You hear they say the same words, and it could happen. The same words, the same. I feel if it's not exactly the same words, but it's the same way of saying, the same seder of saying it. It's a chash, it's a reus. That means, I don't know if the Gra meant you have to passel, you can passel the Eidos because of that, but it means it arouses a suspicion by the Dayonim. It should arouse a suspicion, and they should start questioning.
Rabbi,
what?
Now, I used to go to a certain drasha on Motzi Shabbos in my childhood, and the rabbi at the end of each of the shir of the so-called great rabbi, used to talk on the Parsha Shavua, and I remember also every week of Parsha Teitzei, Shoftim, Rei, Akev. It was always the same drasha, the same stories every week.
Oh.
Now, are you saying maybe it was new? I'm saying it's not enough to be new. It has to be different stories. What? There's only so many stories on Parshas Ki Teitzei? No. I'm sorry at the holy called Kavod Torah Secha, Rabbi Kaplan, but
maybe I would be melamed chus that the tzibur of that rabbi, it didn't make much difference to them. Hello.
But the rabbi makes a difference. Why does the rabbi tell the same stories? He didn't learn any new stories on the Parsha Shavuot. He has nothing new to say. No.
Well,
I hear what you're saying, and what you're saying is probably right. For the same people that laugh at the same Levi Yitzchak Berdichov stories. But for the rabbi, it's a pagam and it's a
pasul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, well, I would say that rabbi, he's very busy, and he couldn't prepare the drush. He just has it all in his memory. He had such a tremendous memory that he just...
Even the drashos are a repeat. Not only the Parsha, the same drashos are a repeat.
Yeah. Something wrong with your phone?
My voice is hoarse a little bit.
Oh. So yeah, but I would say another thing, that rabbi, he knows his olam. And his olam, it doesn't matter to them. They're never going to criticize him for this. So he's allowed to, maybe. So what do you care that two Ashkenazim came and they noticed it? So he has to worry about that. He's talking to the people that stand by bastas in the shuk. Basta means a stand in the shuk, and they sell tomatoes and cucumbers. And that's who he's talking to. So over there, they're not going to criticize him. They go to hear the rabbi. So I don't know if you could really hold it against him. Because that's a different world over there. It's a different country. It's not where... But we come from where we come from. So we can talk about this. I'm just showing you that a child, a 7-year-old could say such a thing. And he's saying that he remembers from when he was 6 years old. That shows that the rabbi that was speaking, yesterday, he's not on the right derech. I mean, that's his loves right there. I mean, I don't know if all the children in the class noticed that. It could be I would like to believe that my grandson is very special, and I really do believe that. But I have negias. I don't know if I'm neman to say that. But I do think my grandson is very special, and that's why he said it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't hope that he should take from me the midah of always criticizing everything. But that's what he said. And I would say what's no get to us. To this week, it's Parshas Kiseitze. Let's remember. Let's not make it should be the same Kiseitze as last year. I always, when I have to speak in front of a certain group that I call them the geniuses, so I look for something in the middle of the parsha or the end of the parsha to talk about. Because I want to talk about something new. The beginning of the parsha, everybody talks about. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. This parsha, Ben Sarah Umar, let's say, in the beginning of Parshas Kiseitze, every year you should find something new in it. And again, I'm saying, don't look for the something new. Just put yourself in a situation where naturally you'll find something new. And in the end of my talk, I just want to say in short a very interesting thing. Once we're mentioning Ben Sarah, the Meshech Chochmah brings a Tosefta that you can't become a Ben Sarah in Yerushalayim. Meshech Chochmah explained because everybody's eating meat over there, korbanos. So he sees eating meat as a way of life. So he became a Baal Taiva to eat meat. So it's not such a big time on him. Why do you steal to eat meat? The Rebbe, the Beis Yisrael, he said over this Meshech Chochmah his tish, and he said he can't understand such a thing. He says, from seeing people eating basar kachim, you can become a Baal Taiva. Could it be such a thing? He says he doesn't accept the Meshech Chochmah. So I said, I understand the Rebbe, he's right. But I think the Meshech Chochmah is also right. This young boy, when he sees everybody eating meat, since he's such a Baal Taiva, he has that meat inside of him, he doesn't notice, he doesn't see the Kedusha and Tara and the Kavana with what they're eating, the Basar Kachim. He just sees meat and people eating the meat, and that's all he sees. That's a Baal Taiva, because that's all he sees, and that's why he became a Baal Taiva, because he couldn't see more than that. And that's what the Meshach Chochmah meant. So it comes out, Elu Velu, Divrei Elokim Chaim. And that I said last year and 2 years ago I said this. I just said over this from the Sefer Beis Yisrael. I think that I'm the only one that's saying this over. Now, so this year I started thinking, what you're going to say it over this year again, the same thing. Think about it. Don't just say it over again this year. So I started thinking about it. So I thought, so it came into my mind. And this is a simple thing, and I might be all wrong, but I'm just showing that something, I thought of something more to add, a little mashra, a chutasara I added. And what'll be, I said to myself, but all the Yidden go to Yerushalayim in the regalim, Shalosh regalim b'shana. So all the Yidden are every year, 3 times a year, you go to Yerushalayim, and what do you do there? You bring behemoths with you and you eat meat. So isn't that, maybe that should also be a reason not to become a Ben Sarah. Every Yid, every child sees that 3 times a year we prepare, we make a big trip. It's not so easy. It wasn't so easy in those days. And we go to Yerushalayim and all for what? To eat meat. So how could you ever have a Ben Sarah? That little ha'ara that I'm saying now, I just thought of it now, this year. I'm not saying, so the answer is very simple, that it's only if you live there and you see it all the time, and 3 times a year, and it's not enough. Okay, but at least I said something. I added a chutasarat to what I saw last year. And I was even thinking, maybe that when it comes to the regalim, when you're the regal and you eat basar kodzim, then the kedusha of the regal is so great that everybody agrees to what the Ger Rebbe said, that such a chilas kodzim, chilas basar can't bring to become about taive. Look what kedushas a regal could do. It's only the whole year round. Those that live there, and they see it, they get used to it. And another thing, I just thought of it now. You see what it means to get used to something. To get into a mitzvahs anoshim l'moda. You're used to, you see it all the time. So instead of an avodas Hashem of eating kachim, instead of a chelik of avod of the Beis HaMikdash, the achila, it becomes a regular thing, eating basar. You get used to things. That's the problem with being used to things. The Ishbitzer says, why was it that the lechem aponim was lechem chom keyomi lokcho? It was sitting on the shulchan a whole week, from Shabbos till Shabbos, and yet when they took it off of the shulchan, the second Shabbos, it was fresh. The steam was still coming out just like the day they put it on the shulchan, 8 days later. The Ishbitzer says, because when you're lifnei Hashem, nothing becomes old. There's no such thing as old. Everything is new. Everything is ischadshus. It's always exciting. It's always being noveya. The stream of water is always coming out. It's always new. There's no end to the chidushim, to the newness that there is. Lifnei Hashem, there's no such thing as old. Losum lechem chom kiyomi lokcho. The bread was just as fresh as it was the day they put it on the shulchan. On the other hand, the Zohar says, El acher, it's a famous lashon in the Zohar that a lot of Sfarim bring. El acher, the other side, the tzad tumah, is taris v'lo ovid peirin. He's a sorry son, he doesn't bear fruit. He always says over the same thing again and again. There's no ischadshus over there. There's nothing new over there. There's no chidushim over there. That's El Acher, the Zohar says. Hashem should help us. We should all be zoche, keseder, to be mischadish, keseder, to find the originality that we have within our nefesh.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi Caplan. We'll